Ladies and gentlemen,
We, pupils of Jean Mermoz High School, have the immense pleasure of performing for you
the tragedy of Macbeth.
What? What have you just said?
We will tell them the story of Macbeth.
You know, the Scottish play.
No way.
You must be joking.
Oh, it's awesome. It inspired Game of Thrones.
Men slaying each other for power.
There are only male parts in it.
That's not true. There are few women.
Lady Macbeth, the Weird Sisters.
3 witches and a bitch.
Come on, cut the crap.
Hey. Let's calm down, will ya? I think I've got an idea. What if the boys played the female parts and the girl the male parts?
What?
Brilliant. You know, boys did play female roles in Shakespeare's time.
Anyway, forget about it. The lads will never agree.
Hi.
Fair is foul and foul is fair, over through the fog and filthy air.
Macbeth and Banquo are two brave Scottish generals who have just defeated the Norwegian invaders. Returning from the battlefield, they encounter 3 witches. The Weird Sisters tell Macbeth he will be king.
So foul and fair a day I have not seen.
All hail, Macbeth, hail to thee.
O hail, Macbeth, thou shalt be king.
Good sir, why do you start and seem to fear things that do sound so fair?
Will you put your bloody furs away? Right now! The witches then add that Banquo's children will be kings too. Macbeth immediately informs his wife about the witches' prophecies. When Macbeth returns to his castle, he tells his wife that Duncan the Meek, the lawful king of Scotland, is on his way to visit them.
My dearest love, Duncan comes here tonight.
And when goes hence?
Tomorrow, as he purposes.
Oh, never shall sun that morrow see.
Lady Macbeth is an ambitious, power-hungry woman and a temptress. She manipulates her husband and questions his manhood. They plan to stab Duncan in his sleep and blame the murder on his chamberlains. Macbeth hesitates.
If we should fail,
We fail? But screw your courage to the sticking place and will not fail.
That night, after the banquet, Duncan returns to his chamber and Macbeth has a vision.
is this a dagger which I see before me? The hander towards my hand? Come, let me clutch thee.
After the banquet, Duncan returns to his chamber. Following King Duncan's murder, his 2 sons, Malcolm and Donalbain, flee and leave the country.
And therefore Macbeth becomes the king of Scotland. But Macbeth fears the witch's prophecy that Banquo's heirs will steal the throne. Therefore, the king orders 2 murderers to kill Banquo and his son Fleance.
We shall, my lord, perform what you command us.
Oh, treachery! Fly, good Fleance, fly!
The 2 murderers have just informed the king that Banquo's no more.
My lord, his throat is cut. That I did for him.
But Fleance, Banquo's son, is still alive.
Most royal sir, Fleance escaped.
Which of you have done this? Avaunt and quit my sight! Let the earth hide thee! Thy bones are marrous, thy blood is cold.
He grows worse and worse. At once, good night. Go at once. A kind good night to all.
Duncan's son, Malcolm, who has taken refuge in England, is raising an army to fight against Macbeth. Meanwhile, Macbeth is seeking the 3 weird sisters. The witches tell Macbeth he will remain invincible until the forest of Burnham moves towards his castle in Dunsinane. They add that no man born of a woman shall harm him.
And yet, things start going downhill for the King of Scotland. First, Macduff deserts Macbeth.
Mehmet, get off the set!
And joins Malcolm in England. Macbeth immediately orders his men to slaughter Macduff's wife and children.
Murder! Murder!
When Macduff is told the awful news, he promises to return to Scotland and kill the tyrant.
Front to front, bring me this fiend of Scotland and myself. We need my swords, land set him.
This tune goes manly. Our power is ready.
Meanwhile in Scotland, Lady Macbeth has been taken ill. She walks and talks in her sleep.
You see, her eyes are opened.
Ah, but her senses are shut.
What if she does now? Look how she rubs her hands.
Yet who would have thought the old man to have had so much blood in him? The Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? What will his hands never be clean? What's done cannot be undone. To bed, to bed, to bed. Ah!
I think, but they're not speak.
Good night, good doctor.
A large army led by Malcolm is now about to march on Dunsinane, Macbeth's castle.
In Burnham Wood, Malcolm orders his soldiers to cut branches from the trees and hide behind them to approach Dunsinane.
While the soldiers are getting ready to attack the castle, Macbeth learns that his wife has died. The king laments on the meaningless of life.
Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out, out, brief candle, life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
But a messenger tells Macbeth that he saw Burnham Wood moving towards Dunsinane. Remembering the witch's prophecy, the tyrant cannot believe his eyes.
Hello, it's me. I am coming dreaming about how you are going to die when I'm there next to you.
The tyrant is shaken, but does not give up, as none of a woman born shall harm Macbeth.
Turn, hellhound, turn!
Let fall thy blade on vulnerable crest, I bear a charmed life, which must not yield to one of a woman born.
Despair thy charm, and let the angel who thou still hast served tell thee Macduff was from his mother's womb, untimely ripped.
Malcolm is proclaimed the new king.
Hail, King of Scotland! Hail, King of Scotland!
And thus ends the tragedy of Macbeth.
By William Shakespeare.
You're the brilliant!
Thank you, thank you.
Bravo!
Encore! Encore!
I've been expecting you.
Wow, this place is so much warmer than Scotland.
A tad too much, maybe. Fancy an apple?
Things can't get worse, can they?
On your deathbed, Macbeth, what your life has become. On your deathbed, Macbeth, what your life has become. Haunted by your best friend, you should have foreseen your end. Haunted by your best friend, you should have foreseen your end. You killed me, you killed me, was it really worth it? You killed me, you killed me, was it really worth it? On the blasted heath, you were so confident. On the blasted heath,